The crucifixion was over. The crowds had scattered. The temple veil had been torn in two. The body of Jesus was laid in a borrowed tomb, sealed by a heavy stone, guarded by Roman soldiers. To the eyes of men, the Son of God was dead, silent, defeated. But what was happening in the unseen realm? Where was Jesus during those 3 days? Was he resting in the tomb? Was he battling in the depths of hell? Was he proclaiming victory to the powers of darkness? The Bible gives us glimpses, but not the full picture, leaving us with one of the greatest mysteries in Christian history. 1 Peter 3:18-19 says, Christ was put to death in the body but made alive in the spirit. After being made alive, he went and made proclamation to the imprisoned spirits. This passage suggests that after his death, Jesus descended into the spiritual realm to declare victory to those bound in darkness. Ephesians 4:9 adds another layer. What does ascended mean except that he also descended to the lower, earthly regions? This raises the question, did Jesus descend into Hades, the realm of the dead, before rising in glory? And in Luke 23:43, Jesus tells the repentant thief on the cross, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Was Jesus in paradise that very day? Or was this a reference to the final resurrection? For centuries, believers and scholars have wrestled with this mystery. The descent into hell tradition, early church creeds, like the Apostles' Creed, affirm that Jesus descended into hell, not as a prisoner but as a conqueror. This view holds that he went to the realm of the dead to proclaim his victory over sin and death, and to set free the righteous who had died in faith before the cross. The paradise promise. Others focus on his words to the thief, suggesting that Jesus entered immediately into God's presence, into paradise, bringing the repentant sinner with him. The spiritual proclamation. Some believe Jesus did not suffer in hell, but rather visited the spiritual realm to proclaim his triumph, striking fear into demons and declaring the defeat of Satan's kingdom. Here is the mystery of the silent days. The Gospels are strangely quiet about these 3 days. Heaven was watching, earth was mourning, hell was trembling, and in the silence of the tomb, eternity was shifting. What we know is this: Jesus was not idle. He was fulfilling prophecy, dismantling the powers of sin and death, and preparing for the greatest victory the world had ever seen. On the 3rd day, he rose, not as a victim of death, but as its conqueror. The silence of the grave gave way to the roar of resurrection. So, where was Jesus between his death and resurrection? The scriptures give us only glimpses, enough to fuel faith, but not to satisfy every detail. Yet this mystery is clear. Jesus' mission did not pause at the cross. In those hidden hours, he secured eternal redemption, opening the way for you and me to walk in victory. At Bible Breakdown, we believe the silence of those days is not an absence, but an invitation, a reminder that even when we cannot see, God is still at work.